Hello everybody, I'm Duane and this is Duane Doing Things. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some boxes for chairs. These will be placed at the bottom of chairs so we can install casters and have these chairs move around the theater. But in the meantime, we're going to start assembling these. We'll show you how to do one or two of these. Stay tuned and watch me build some boxes. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting off with our assembly here. We are gluing all these. We have 124 of them. We'll be gluing them to one side of the sides here. So we're putting one on each end. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we'll basically be gluing them like this. And it's going to make a simple jig, loose, simple piece. Be 4 inches over. Put a spacer. Put that one there. Put that one there. They're the same height, 1 inches. We'll put 2 spacers over here to give us 1 inch. Basically gonna put a bit of glue on that, line them up. This is not super critical, but we want it nice. And then basically we'll glue, put some nails in that. We'll flip it over, put another one down, do the same thing. So we got our glue here. Normally I use prefer an exterior glue, so don't mind the bottle here. I do prefer tight bond. But that is not what is in here. We just have a standard LePage carpenter glue, so don't mind that. Put a bit of glue on there. I'm going to line this up. And again, not super critical. I am just feeling. And then with that, what do we got? Actually, because we're going lengthways, these are 3/4 brads, but we're going to be using 1 1/4 inch because we're going on the length. If we were going 1/2 inch, then to the side, then we'd use the 3/4, but because we do have 1 inch depth, hold that there, make sure we're flush all the way around, put some pressure. 1, 2, 3. That one's now done. Grab another one, put that there. Put a bit of glue on there. If you want, you can wipe that down, even it out a little bit. This way it doesn't squish out to the side. Grab yourself a damp rag. All we're going to do is flip this one over now. With that, grab your hand, make sure it's centered, it's flush. Move it over to the edge. Again, not critical. We're looking for roughly 4 inches. Line that up at the bottom. Line it up at the top. And there is one piece. So what we'll do afterwards is we do have some 2-inch pieces. We'll put the sides on, and the sides will go flush to the bottom or hang down with the bottom. And that's because we will have a 2-inch piece over here. I'll show you that in a minute. There's the bottom. Another one will come over on the top. These will come over on the sides. One on each side, and that is the box, and we got 2 on the bottom. So why don't I show you that right now? So I'll flip this one up. You're on camera. Put one in there. Make sure we're flush. Had one break out the side there. That's fine. We'll pull that one out later. You see that there? So we'll pull that one out. Basically flip this thing over now. And then these are the 2 3/4 pieces, which are the sides. Oh, look at that. Almost made a mistake. No glue on the side. Put glue there. Start with, we'll flip that over. Now in this case, we got a little side here. We're not too worried about that. Basically, all we care about is the 1 inch in here. So we can leave a little bit more on the outside because initially I made that perfectly flat, but I'll put a small reveal on both sides. So from there, make sure we got our right pieces. Yep. All right, so we'll basically come up here. Glue our ends. Put our end block in. Again, just make things flush. Do the same to the other end. Now we do want to make sure we're not sticking low on the bottom. If we are, we're going to have to sand that off, and we don't want to have to sand them. And that's because we're going to be putting a block on the bottom for the caster. Now, of course, if you're worried about any of your nails not going down all the way, just make sure give them a bit of a tap. Okay, so basically that is one box there. From there we'll be grabbing, I guess they're the same. Yes, I cut them all the same. We're going to be taking one, gluing one here, gluing one here, and then that will accommodate the caster. Push that down. Flip this one over. And there we go. We have one completed box. So the chair legs will basically be going into either end here. Yep, thank you. Well, here we are, everybody. Not the best shot, of course. We're not going to start moving any of these. So we're going to show you what we're doing here. So we're basically using a number 10 by 1 metal screw. They're a pan head screw. Obviously, each caster, 4 screws. Quite simple. Basically, grab your screw. We could pre-drill. I don't think it's required. And there you have it. That's one of our leg assemblies. So I'm not going to show you the whole process here. Obviously, we have about 70 of these units that we're that we're doing. We do have a difference. There are approximately 74 chairs, and then we've also got 8. The 8 other ones are actually for tables. They're a little bit larger. The bases are wider, and the wheels will be a 3-inch instead of a 2. It's the same process. I guess we'll come back and we'll show you when we got one of them. So, well over 70 of the legs here. Now these ones here are for the tables. You can see that they're a little bit different. Dimensions are more or less the same there, but they are taller. We're using a 3-inch caster here for them. With that, we're going to be using a number 14 1-inch metal pan screw. So with that, a 14 is kind of big. So we do want to make sure that we pre-drill. We want to get a bit of a relief cut here. So it looks like we're probably going to be using a 1/8 drill bit. This is not rocket science here, so we're not trying to be too precise. We could mark this out, but we're just going to come over, drill a hole, mark them to begin with. We're going to do that for all of them here, just more or less in the center. Right. Now that is marked, okay, that's that. We're not going to show you every single one of them. Looks like I broke through on the side here, but that don't matter. And let's see, here we go. There we go, nice and tight. Let me back that off a second. There we go. The caster just misaligned a tiny bit, so we'll put another one in. Get 2 started. Tighten that first one back up. Now the reason you hear me stopping there is obviously I want them tight, but I don't want to over torque them. These are only 1 inch. Yeah, so that's it. So thanks for sticking around. We're going to finish these off, and we'll show you something else a little later on. Thank you.